Who would emerge victorious in a face-off between BRICS and the G7? What if Africa joined the BRICS alliance, and what would that mean for the world order as we know it? This international event has the potential to reshape the global scenario completely. Next up in this face-off is BRICS. The acronym stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, nations that are making significant strides on the global stage. Much like the G7, BRICS defies traditional categorization. This coalition of rising powers is challenging the existing world power balance. These nations are accelerating their growth, strengthening their economies, enhancing their infrastructure, and extending their global presence. Visualize this. What if Africa joined the BRICS alliance? Imagine a continent rich in resources and full of human potential, aligning itself with these emerging powers. South Africa is leading the charge to bring the whole continent under the BRICS banner. A united Africa has the potential to exert its influence on the world. This is a bold thought that directs our attention to China. As a key player and member of BRICS, China has distinguished itself through strategic foresight and meticulous planning, particularly in its investments in Africa's future. China has become a dominant force in shaping Africa's infrastructure landscape. With a focus on strategic sectors such as transportation, telecommunications, and energy, China's investments in African infrastructure projects are not only fueling economic growth but also strengthening diplomatic ties and fostering mutual development. This deliberate and detail-oriented approach underscores China's commitment to forging enduring partnerships with African nations, positioning itself as a cornerstone of the continent's journey towards sustainable progress within the BRICS framework. This union of rapidly developing economies is heralding a new era of diplomacy, global partnerships, and economic growth. They are creating significant waves in the once placid waters of the established global order. Most strikingly, they are making a prominent mark by constructing new infrastructure in Africa, a continent that has often been overlooked in the past. Their primary focus is on boosting connectivity, and they are executing this with commendable speed and precision. They are laying down roads and railroads across the continent at a pace that's hard to fathom, creating a network that will span across Africa's diverse landscapes. It's a development that's taking place with such speed and efficiency that it's akin to watching time-lapse footage of a city being built from scratch. What's even more impressive is their invitation to more countries to join in this ambitious endeavor. Under the BRICS banner, they are encouraging participation from other developing nations to contribute to this significant undertaking, thus creating a more inclusive global community. This construction frenzy is not limited to physical infrastructure. They are also focused on creating a digital backbone that can support Africa's growing digital economy. With over 60% of Africa's population under the age of 25, these initiatives are poised to significantly impact the continent's youthful demographic. The infrastructure projects will not only create jobs but also enable easier access to education and health services, thus providing a much-needed boost to the economy and improving living standards. Now, let's delve into some numbers that highlight the progress made by these BRICS nations. In the last 5 years, they have constructed over 10,000 kilometers of roads and about 3,000 kilometers of rail tracks across Africa. The implications of this are staggering. It's not just about enhancing trade or economic growth. It's about the future direction of our world. Visualize a new international order led by the likes of BRICS and Africa. Join us as we dissect this compelling narrative, piece by piece. To give some context, Africa's investment has surged from a humble $10 billion in 2000 to a staggering $200 billion today. This investment is transforming Africa's economy, creating job opportunities and triggering development. Conversely, the G7 countries, while recognizing the rise of the BRICS, remain cautious about their aggressive expansion, seeing it as a possible threat to the existing world order. The stakes are high. The game has begun, and the future teeters on the edge of this global power struggle. We are witnessing an extraordinary global shift. From the rise of the BRICS, the potential unification of Africa under its flag, China's relentless advance in Africa, and the impending clash with the G7, the stakes are high. Before we delve further, here's a quick reminder. Research is our passion, and sharing it is our mission. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for our upcoming content. It's a complex dance of power, influence, ambition, and strategy, promising to dramatically shift the world order. Our face-offs contenders might surprise you. Random groupings of countries, they're the giants on the international relations chessboard. Their actions create ripples on a global scale, impacting everyone from the power elite to the common man. Let's first focus on the G7. The group comprises powerhouses like the United States, the United Kingdom, Germany, France, Japan, Italy, and Canada. These nations have been key players in world affairs for several decades, molding history, establishing empires, and leading technological innovation. They've consolidated their status and influence through robust economies, military prowess, and diplomatic finesse. These nations wield considerable influence over global institutions, leveraging their power to mold international policies. Although they are spread across different regions, they are united by a shared perspective on global governance, a vision that has steered their actions for several decades. Before we delve deeper into the riveting struggle for power and resources, let's take a moment to ponder. You stand on a global battlefield where economies clash and the stakes couldn't be higher. The choices you have are tantalizing: money, oil, or the magic of lithium, a trifecta that shapes the planet's fate. The lure of money, the queen of power, a persuasive force that can dictate the fate of nations, is alluring. The slippery, unpredictable, yet irresistible might of oil, the enabler of the world's machinery, is compelling. But then again, you might be tempted by the mystical lithium, the magic mineral that's carving the path to a sustainable green tomorrow. Which would you choose? Voice your preference in the comments section. We are genuinely intrigued by your choices. Now, let's delve deeper into this high-stakes global tug-of-war. The G7, a group of economically advanced countries, has been holding the reins for a while. They've successfully seized a significant chunk of global wealth, and their presence on the global stage is as formidable as it gets. It seems like they're parading around with the proverbial golden goose laying eggs of gold, surpassing all comprehensible expectations. Their reign over the economic landscape has been unchallenged for a while, but the G7's complacency might pave the way for their downfall. An unlikely contender is creeping up on them, a formidable challenger that's been rapidly gaining momentum. Let's shift our focus to BRICS, an alliance of emerging economies that's been causing ripples on the global stage. They're closing in on the G7 at an alarming rate, and they're not alone. New allies have emerged to lend support and bolster their strength. Countries like Egypt and the United Arab Emirates, each adding their own unique strengths to this union. BRICS is now sending out a clear message. G7, we're on your tail. Their ambitions are clear, their intentions are firm, and their battle cry resonates louder than ever. But here's the twist. The game changers are oil and lithium. BRICS is not merely surviving, but flourishing in the global oil landscape, with powerhouses like Iran and the UAE by their side. It's like they've assembled a team of superheroes, an elite force in the world of oil. In fact, according to OPEC, Iran alone holds the world's fourth largest proven oil reserves. But that's not all. BRICS has an ace up its sleeve, a secret weapon that's propelling them into a league of their own: lithium reserves. Lithium, the silver-white metal, is fast gaining recognition as a game-changer in the energy sector. At the core of modern batteries that power everything, from smartphones to electric cars, lithium is leading us towards a cleaner, greener future. The world's lithium production has tripled in the last decade, and according to the US Geological Survey, China, a BRICS member, is now one of the largest producers. BRICS's lithium reserves could be a game-changer, potentially catapulting them into an enviable position in the global economic landscape. This global tug-of-war has never been more thrilling, with both groups dying for supremacy. Money, oil, and lithium form the pivotal backbone of their strategies. As we stand on the brink of a new era, brace yourself for a roller coaster ride. The global showdown is about to become even more electrifying. So buckle up and stay tuned, because this high-stakes game is only getting started. But wait, there's more to the story. They have also initiated digital connectivity projects, aiming to provide internet access to over 600 million people by 2030. These projects are not merely about improving physical and digital connectivity, they are about transforming Africa's bustling cities into hubs of innovation and entrepreneurship. The vision of a connected Africa buzzing with the energy of progress, youth, and innovation is something that BRICS is striving tirelessly to make a reality. The potential impact of these projects on Africa's young population is immense. By providing the necessary infrastructure, BRICS is laying the foundation for a future where Africa's youth can leap into a world brimming with opportunities. They are building a future where Africa's vibrant cities are not isolated entities, but are connected from coast to coast, pulsating with the energy of progress and innovation. As the BRICS nations carve their path into an exciting future, their ambition and determination are indeed inspiring. They have grand dreams, and they are unafraid to chase them. They're not just laying down roads and rail tracks. They're paving the way for a future where every nation has a place at the table, where every voice is heard, and where the world is a better, more connected place. The world is witnessing a historical shift in power dynamics. As these countries rise to the occasion, they are ready to lead the world into a new era of growth and prosperity. The world as we know it is changing, and we are fortunate to be a part of this historic journey. BRICS infrastructure initiatives in Africa are a testament to this change, and it's exhilarating to watch it unfold. Now, before we conclude, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already done so.